All right, we keep going on warehouse management. We just went into inventory picks and inventory put away, where you're setting up basically, you're allowing pick and you're allowing put away, but not receipts, and not shipments. You go straight into put away. When you post the put away, you post the receipt automatically, etc. So in those type of situations, you do not have the directed put away set in your warehouse, so the whole thing changes. So you're no longer working with the warehouse receipts and then a put away and then a pick and then a shipment, etc. You just skip those. But how do we do physical inventory there? So there's actually a new feature that came out, and I think I did a video on this when the feature came out to show the feature, but I'm also going to do it now because it's part of the warehouse sort of series that we're going through. So basically how it works is you have a physical inventory order where you create a new order which gets lines of the inventory that's in your warehouse. And from the order you can create something called a recording. And the recording is a count for some of those lines. There could be more than one recordings. And the recordings could be of the same lines, or it could be of subset of the lines. So you could create two recordings for the same line, have two people count the same place, and you get two values into this order. Now, it's like a business process around trying to get the most accurate inventory count. And then once you're done, you actually say you're finished here, and then you say this is finished, and post. And once you post, the positive and negative adjustments gets posted into inventory. So you're not working at the lower level when you have to have an adjustment bin, and the positive and negative adjustments actually go into adjustment bin, which then has to be synced into the chart of accounts and into the item ledger entries. In this level, you're actually straight onto the item ledger entries, straight onto the chart of accounts. So there's no sort of connection between the two. So let's take a look at how that is in the system. Okay, so if we do not have bin mandatory and we want to do physical inventory, we can go into physical inventory recording. So let me just do it like that. Physical inventory journals, I'm sorry. Recordings. You do recordings on the orders. So here I can go ahead and create a new order. I'm just going to call it test 003 or not. And this is a test, and we're going to pick so since the north location is bin mandatory, we can't really use this on bin mandatory. So we're going to pick the south location for this. And I can say what the order date is. I can pick who is responsible for this. I'm just going to leave that blank for now. And then I can go ahead and hit calculate lines. And I can just bring in all the lines for the south location. And there's only two. So we have the inecta coffee mug. And I do have the bins here, but since I don't have bin mandatory, I can do this. If it was bin mandatory, I would have to do it in the warehouse physical journal. So what I can now go ahead and actually just go create a recording. So let me see how that actually works. Make a new recording. There we go. And what a recording is, basically from the order, the physical inventory order, you can make recordings, and recordings could be only a portion of like the actual order that you're counting. In this case, I'm going to take everything, but I could have split them into two physical inventory recordings, one for the top first line and one for the second line. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I actually can create more than one recording for the same bin, on the same item. So so you could be double counting the same thing if you want to get like really accurate counts. Send the 2 different people to the same bin to count. So anyways, I created the recording, and let me just see if we can see this here. Go straight into recordings. Here's the recording. If I take a look at that, it actually tells me, okay, now go ahead and count this. And it doesn't tell me the quantity that is there. So, because I have to count it. If it told me the quantity, I might just put in the quantity that it says on the line. So obviously don't want to do that. So let's say if I found 100, I actually can't remember what it was, and 80. It's probably vastly different. Then I'm just going to go ahead and hit finish. Finish the recording. Yes. So it's done. I go back, and now I can see that there are 1 line finished here. So you could have multiple lines for each line here, and the recorded is 100. The expected was 175. So there's a difference there, right? So we can go ahead and post this to post the difference. So let me just go ahead and do that. So post the order, hit yes. Oh, sorry. First I gotta finish it. Of course, yes. And then it puts in the negative and positive, and now I can post it. As you can see, I don't use this quite often, but it's a process. So it adds a business logic to the account that you can create recordings from the order and have multiple recordings, and then finish the order and post the positive and negative. So it's a little bit more than just a flat journal where you're typing in the numbers and then posting it through. So I think it's pretty cool.